Hello, everyone, and welcome to Heart, Mind, and Mechanics Coaching for Your Business. Today, I have as my special guest, Shannon Sundberg. Now, Shannon is a certified aromatherapist, but she didn't start that way. She came out of corporate America like a lot of us did. She decided at some point that she really wanted to get out of a dull corporate job in HR and follow her heart and do what was so important to her, supporting the full person of mind, body, and spirit. So she went back to her love of aromatherapy, got certified and recertified, and is now in a whole aromatherapy business, as well as being a life coach. So we've got lots of stuff to talk about. You know that we've talked in the past about the fact that we spend so much time on our business that we forget that there's another part of life. So I've asked Shannon to come and talk to us about how essential oils can support our relationships and our health and all of the things that surround us outside of that business to make life more enjoyable. Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here and sharing with you.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so glad that you can come and help us to understand a little bit better the role that essential oils can play in not just making our lives smell better, but also in supporting our moods, our happiness, those sorts of things. Because all of the tools that we have available to us, sometimes it's really confusing to know what to do, when to do it, how to combine things that will give us the effect that we're looking for.
Definitely. One of the things that I love doing is supporting women with all of the different responsibilities on their shoulders. Especially, I am a working mom, and so family and work, having my own business now, it's a lot of responsibility and it's a lot of hats to wear.
Right.
So I love using my essential oils to just support my body, mind, and spirit. So some of the ways that I do that are really easy to incorporate in are looking at the areas that kind of stress us out, that we have maybe a tougher part of the day, and taking, maybe it's an afternoon slump, and just going, you know what, when that comes up, I'm going to grab an essential oil and use it and transform that slump into an energized time. So easy ways to do that are with roller balls that you can just carry in your purse or have on your desk. Really easy to just open and apply. And you can do it on the back of the neck, around the ears, and finding a blend that works for you can be really fun because, like you said, they're not just for smelling good. There can be uplifting qualities, therapeutic benefits for clarity in our minds, bringing joy to our hearts. So playing around with the different smells, and just like our bodies have energy and frequency, essential oils do as well. So sometimes it can be a high frequency oil that you just smell from the bottle, and it can be really uplifting for you.
Wonderful.
And
so now that we've started on kind of the different ways that we can use oils, let's kind of continue down that path for a moment. So you said you can do it, you can have a roller ball that you carry with you, or the oil, just essential oil in the bottle and smell it. What other ways can we use the oils that will help?
So a wonderful way that can support a really wonderful environment is by diffusing the essential oils. And diffusers come in different sizes, and they can look very extravagant, or they can be very minimal and simple. So finding one that you like and fits in with your environment, and just diffusing, adding that water and adding a few drops of the essential oils, and then using that diffuser.
Right.
It will hang in the air for a while, for a few hours even. And that just creates an atmosphere that as people come into your space and are in that room, they're going to get those therapeutic benefits of that oil. So it's great, especially right now, to use an oil that can be immune boosting. So using the oils and that it does smell great creates the atmosphere, and you're getting the side benefit of an immune boost. Really shows how essential oils can be used for multiple purposes. So, and supporting ourselves on different levels.
Okay, so we've got roller balls, we've got the bottles you can smell, we've got diffusers. Can you put drops of essential oil in cream or something that you can put on your body?
Yes, so you can always add, if you have a favorite lotion, you can always add a drop of essential oil, put a little bit, even coconut oil, put a little bit in your hand. It will melt from your body temperature. Add a drop or two of essential oil and use that. So you can do that topically.
Right.
You can, a lotion. And there's a lot of different essential oils that can be really supportive for our skin, along with providing a great aroma that is uplifting or grounding, or clarifying, or can support focus. So again, you can be multi-use of wonderful smell, you're moisturizing, and you're getting a therapeutic benefit.
Wonderful. So let's talk about the different types of aromatherapies that can support different things that we want. You had mentioned, having aromatherapy for uplifting you. So if I'm working all day and I have to come and cook for the family, and then in the evening, I want to spend time with, we're kind of in that sandwich generation where we've got kids on one side and we've got elderly parents on the other. And so if we want to spend time with the children, let's say we spent part of the day with our elderly parents and now we want to spend time with the children, but we're just kind of drained. What would be a good uplifting essential oil or mix of oils that I should look for?
I personally really enjoy the different citruses. So whether that is lemon, lime, tangerine, grapefruit, bergamot, all of those can be really uplifting. Lavender is kind of the Swiss Army knife of oils, where it has so many different benefits and can be relaxing, but also uplifting, where maybe it's relaxing so that your cortisol comes down, that then gives you that opening to enjoy time with the kids. So lavender is kind of a staple across the board, but I really love the citruses. Aromatically, they're very uplifting, and can also be very calming and soothing for the soul as well, for the spirit.
Right. So if I'm in a position where I need to really be on it, really focused, really grounded, really, have clarity, I just need to be, like on the days when you have to do your taxes or something is, you really need to focus on and you're kind of dreading it. What's a good oil mixture for that?
I I really love peppermint and rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
And vibrant and that rosemary really brings your focus.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people really love vetiver as
Mm-hmm.
well, which is kind of a heavier, smoky kind of smell. And
Mm-hmm.
so finding a combination that you enjoy as well. I tend to like the brighter, vibrant, lighter aromas,
Right.
like the peppermint and the herbal rosemary,
Mm-hmm.
the really light, vibrant citruses. But there are wonderful tree essential oils, spruce, pines,
Mm-hmm.
and but for the focus and that clarity, that rosemary and peppermint are definitely my favorite, where it kind of keeps you like, I feel like it's a breath of fresh air, and then my mind clears and I can focus and get going. So,
Wonderful. So, are there any things when people are just learning about essential oils and are thinking, like, I really need something, I need a pick me up, so let me, investigate essential oils. Are there any things that they need to really be aware of from a health perspective? Like, can I use any essential oil for anything, or are there, certain things that I really should be careful about?
so definitely finding the highest quality essential oil
Mm-hmm.
that you can, and knowing where they're sourcing is very important, because when you're going into um, a general market out there, and because it's not a regulated industry,
Mm-hmm.
there are guidelines on labeling. And so it's really important to know where your essential oils are coming from, and what their purity is, because when you go into that general market and it says lavender and you're buying like a big bottle, this is like a 2-ounce bottle
Mm-hmm.
for $8, and it says pure essential oil, the only thing that has to really be in here is 5% of this bottle has to be lavender. Only 5%.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as that 5% is in there, then they can say that there's pure lavender in here, because there is. It's just only 5%. And so I really encourage reading labels
Mm-hmm.
and seeing what other ingredients are in there, because they're essential oils, different types. There are different ways of processing and certain temperatures, certain times of day for harvesting to get the best, highest quality. And so purchasing from a company that only uses first distillation. So that means they take the product and the raw product and distill it,
Mm-hmm.
and they get their essential oil. A second distillation would be taking that same product that's already been processed and processing it again for second, third distillation. And as that raw product breaks down more and more, you're going to get more debris in your essential oil. And those are the lower quality that you could be buying at the general market, because it's a lower quality product, so it can be put out at a lower uh, price range. So
Okay.
knowing a little bit and trusting the company that you're purchasing your essential oils from are really important.
So you need to do some background checking,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing from a company standpoint, what their processing is, or where they're sourcing their products from, and as you say, if they're first distillation or not. So doing a little bit of homework sounds like it's really worthwhile.
Definitely, definitely. And there are some great companies out there, and some of them have a really wide range of products and essential oil singles. So like rosemary, peppermint. They also put out blends that they um, make themselves, and just seeing what options are out there, and knowing and trusting where you're buying from.
Right. Well, I like the idea that you had of using the coconut oil, because it's a very simple thing. If you get a really good quality coconut oil, which you can these days, and just put in a few drops of essential oil and rub it on your skin. That's actually sounds like a really great idea for hydration and for the benefits of the oils itself. So I think that a little bit of oil would go a long way in that kind of use.
Absolutely. And the higher quality the essential oil is, the less drops you will need to use.
Right.
25 years ago, I was using a different quality essential oil. So when I got my hands on a really high quality, I just automatically put in like 8 or 10 drops into my diffuser, and almost instantly started to get a headache because it was too strong. Because really, because of its purity and strength and concentration, I really only needed like 2 or 3 drops.
Right.
So that's the other part of just safety is less is more.
Right. So if people are just starting out learning about this and want to learn about what to purchase from a health perspective, or to improve relationships or pick you up at the end of the day or whatever, what's a good source of information for them?
So I'm a book lover, so I always go for I kind of look at the founders that have been around for years and years of sharing about aromatherapy and essential oils.
Right.
And then I will find, whether it's a textbook or a reference book about that they've written. And so I really personally love that, to have a book in my hands that I can flip through and even take notes or highlight or underline. And so looking at who some of the founders of our aromatherapy here in the United States, and looking, reading articles that they've written, reading the books that they've written, that there's so much, there's a lot of resources in that area. So
is there a particular author that you would recommend?
So probably one of my favorites is a woman named Deborah Rayburn, and she is a master herbalist and also aromatherapist, and she's written books about using essential oils with babies, blending essential oils, some basics. She's even a co-author on a nutrition and healthy living textbook. So she is definitely one of my favorite authors.
Great. Now, I understand that you have you have started your own business. Do you do your own blends?
Yes, I do. I started out just doing custom products for my clients. They would come in and for a consultation, and we would see what areas and what would be the most supportive for them. And then I would make some products for them. And last year, when in-person things were kind of shut down, I started making my own blends. So in spray bottles.
Okay.
So you can also, this one happens to be a happy spray.
Okay.
So it's very, it's a little bit more floral, some nice, a little bit of citrus in there. And it's great for, if you're going somewhere and you don't have a diffuser, you can just spray in the air. Even sprayed in your hair. So I started making a spray and a roller ball that would complement each other. Okay. And then also bath salts or a salt soak. And I did this to support women who now had to work from home, possibly distance learn children from home. And so I created a aroma care gift box called Harmony at Home. So I started putting that out last year, and I now have 7 different boxes that I put out that will be debuting on September. I have 3 and I'm expanding to 7 and the 7 will be debuting in about 2 weeks on my website.
Wonderful. And we will be putting up your website. soilyaromatherapy@gmail.com is your email address if people want to have custom blends made. But you also have your website for doing your aromatics or your aromatherapy. So we'll put that up as well. And I think that people will be interested in seeing what it is that you're going to be coming out with, because usually, I mean, a lot of us, because we don't go out as much right now, there's still a lot of people working from home, a lot of people who are still homeschooling children or looking after elderly parents. We don't get a chance to go out into the stores if that's your thing. So they'll want to come and take a look at, gift boxes that you have, because it'll make their life easier to be able to give the gifts, and obviously may even want to gift themselves. We don't do that very often, I know, but sometimes, it just helps to have something to pick you up when you're a little bit overwhelmed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wonderful. So we will get that up so that you can see Shannon's website address, and you can go check that out in September. So it'll be September 2021 when those come out. Perfect. Great. And what else are you doing that people would want to know about?
So when a lot of the in-person stopped, I also finalized my life coaching certification, and to bring that mind, body, spirit together. And I felt like that was something very important last year, because it was just an area that I saw and heard a lot of people struggling in. And so I also do, I'm the dealer of hope and positivity. And so I became a dealer last year. And I love it because I can do things virtually. And I layer in the aromatherapy because there are things that are hard to incorporate in. whether it is shifting, limiting beliefs or our mindset, when you use that aromatherapy with intention and it's helping you transform a negative into that positive, anytime you smell that aroma, it's going to trigger that memory of the positivity.
Right.
And so layering in that aromatherapy with that mindset work has been just so amazing to see the transformations of really depression and stress and anxiety and fear to self-confidence and inspiration, and just my clients dreaming bigger for a greater purpose.
Wonderful.
And so I've loved seeing how layering in that aromatherapy with it has really solidified the foundation and bringing them, helping keep the motivation going.
Right. Brilliant. Well, this has been really educational. Thank you so much for everything that you've taught us. We will want to go out to your website in September and take a look at those gift boxes, because it's always nice to get something like that on your doorstep. So it makes a really great gift idea, especially for women that could use a little bit of a pick-me-up. Thank you so much, Shannon, for being with us. I do appreciate it. And thanks to all of you for watching. And if you would like to get in touch with Shannon, her information is in front of you. Thanks so much. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome back. Hope you got a lot of really great information from that video. Now, before you leave, there are two things that I'd like you to do. The first is subscribe to this channel and make sure that you get all of the really great information that we're going to have coming to you in the months ahead. Now, the second thing is to go to www.wendybyford.com. And when you do that, you're going to land on this page. You're going to be invited to watch a video called The 5 Things That You Need to Know Before You Start Your Business. Now, if you've already started your business, no problem. I just go through 5 questions that you really need to answer in order to build a business that you'll love. However, more importantly, when you put in your name, your first name, your last name, and your email address, it's going to take you over to an opportunity to sign up for a discovery call so that you can find out if learning more about the universal laws is going to help you to accelerate the growth in your business and in your life. So go to www.wendybyford.com. Watch the video if you would like, but more importantly, click on that button to say, yes, I want to book my call, and let's have a conversation. Oh, and before you go, remember to subscribe to the channel. Bye.